Our signature Filipino hospitality with exceptional service awaits your return.
Together
Together with all our associates, this is my role, my goal.
As we welcome you back to our hotels around the world, we are committed to providing you with a safe environment that aligns with expert protocols for working to defeat COVID-19. We are cleaning services with increased frequency, dedicated staff, and recommended cleaning agents. We're rolling out enhanced technologies, including electrostatic sprayers, to sanitize surfaces throughout the hotel. Signage in public spaces will remind our guests to maintain social distances. So when the time is right, we're here, ready to welcome you back.
suis en voyage. Je suis en voyage. Si tu veux, tu pleures avec moi.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Lamba Land, there's a one-man band, and he tuned his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so you may hear the angels sing, because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat those birds down the Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. So come fly with me, let's fly away. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just fly starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear the angels cheer, because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say those words and we'll meet those birds down the Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. So come fly with me, let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away. A pleasant evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 6th VIRTUS Awards. I am Ian Bencho David, Sales Manager for MICE at Conrad Manila, and a 2019 VIRTUS Awardee in the Associate category. Well, the world has changed since the last VIRTUS Awards, and 2020 has been an incredibly challenging year, in particular for the hotel and resort industry, which has experienced significant loss of business. However, it is also a time for reflection and has encouraged us to adapt, to innovate, and to do things, well, a little bit differently this year. We usually hold the VIRTUS Awards in the luxury hotel, but not tonight. Tonight, the award ceremony in its entirety is taking place virtually. But we'd like you to continue to get involved as you are watching on Facebook, on YouTube, and other social media platforms. Get involved in the conversations and go to the comment section, post updates on Twitter, and type hashtag 6th VIRTUS Awards 2020. Well, despite the difficulty, we received 61 entries from our member properties that truly deserve to be recognized. We hope that this virtual award ceremony is an opportunity for the tourism industry to come together and celebrate excellence and give hotels and marketing professionals the platform that they truly deserve. Since its inception in 2015, the VIRTUS Award has played a key role in stimulating, celebrating, and enabling excellence, inspiring the next generations of hoteliers. Our annual search for stories of excellence and success among hotel sales and marketing professionals through the VIRTUS Awards would not be possible without the unstinting support of the Department of Tourism, Tourism Promotions Board, and our industry partners. Our gold partner, Atlantis Systems Asia. Our silver partner, Sofitel Philippine Plaza, Manila. And of course, the friends of HSMA, Emperador Distillers with well-known brands Barefoot, Harvey's, and Picnic. Astoria Hotels and Resorts. Conrad, Manila. Crimson Hotel Philinvest City, Manila. Diamond Hotel. Marriott Hotel, Manila. Shangri-La at the Fort, Manila. The Bellevue, Manila. And the Richmond Ortigas. Thank you all for making the 6 VIRTUS Awards happen. Let us get the show started. Please welcome the President of the Hotel Sales and Marketing Association, Ms. Christine Ibarreta.
First, let me acknowledge the presence of Tourism Secretary Berna Romulo Puyat, Attorney Aliones, TPB COO, and Mr. Stephen Tan, our keynote speakers, without whom this event is not possible. When the pandemic hit, everything suddenly changed for us. Our life was put in suspended animation. Plans were put on hold. Expansions were deferred or canceled, and our operations literally grinded to a halt. Many ask, why celebrate VIRTUS excellence at a time like this? Because excellence is never an accident. It is a result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, skillful execution, and the vision to see obstacles as opportunities. It is needed now more than ever because people's expectations and the risk of systems failure are higher. By practicing excellence, it provides efficiency and creative solutions to help avoid these problems and allow our industry to survive and recover quickly. Ultimately, it can spell the difference between a healthy recovery or going out of business. Your HSMA has always championed elevating our skills and knowledge so we can deliver creative solutions, enhance our ability to bounce back with nobility of purpose, even during adversities. HSMA is a place where we breed excellence, and VIRTUS is how we recognize and institutionalize it to make it a sustainable inspiration for all. And tonight, join us as we give recognition to a special breed of people who personify excellence in times of crisis. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 6th VIRTUS Awards.
Let us now hear from the chairperson of the VIRTUS Awards, Ms. Rose Libonco.
Good evening to the Honorable Secretary of Tourism, Berna Romulo Puyat, Chief Operating Officer of the Tourism Promotions Board, Attorney Antoinette Aliones, Keynote Speaker and President of SM Supermalls, Mr. Stephen Tan, President of the Hotel Sales and Marketing Association, Christine Ibarreta, Chair of HSMA, Margie Munsayak, officers and directors of HSMA, distinguished guests, our dear members, ladies and gentlemen. Viva VIRTUS! Indeed, we applaud the men and women who demonstrated the spirit of excellence, courage, drive, action, and determination throughout these dark and difficult days. The contributions of each and every one of our nominees for the 6 VIRTUS Awards to sustaining their properties and therefore the hospitality industry cannot be overemphasized. Your courage to push forward amid trials is contagious. Your creativity to promote your services, no matter how difficult, is inspiring. With every achievement, you lit candles that made the darkness less oppressive. You beamed, glowed, and gave hope. VIRTUS Awards thank you and salute your companies for nominating you, which makes you already winners because you were chosen and recognized. And yes, today nothing is the same. We cannot give you the joyful face-to-face gathering of peers, leaders, and guests with the warmth of their greetings, hugs, and kisses. Missing will be the buzz of camaraderie, gentle pats and teases, and the celebratory shouts of congratulations. But the awards will not be diminished by the limitations COVID imposes. The honor, respect, and recognition are there in full measure. The cheers and applause will be there, if only virtual. Most of all, do remember that you have been made unique by the circumstances forced on us, and so you are all special and you will go down in VIRTUS history as the bold, brave, beautiful, and relentless. Allow me also to thank the VIRTUS Organizing Committee for enabling the VIRTUS Awards. HSMA Chair Margie Munsayak led the team in searching for the virtual solution to judging last November 14 and 21. What could have cost us an arm and a leg was reduced to minimum costs with the help of HSMA Secretariat Lulu Asha and her millennial daughter, Jen Asha. Then, our VIRTUS Awards event organizer, Bernie Concepcion, left no stone unturned and tirelessly communicated with our 12 judges every step of the way. Last but not least, kudos to the HSMA President, Christine Ibarreta, for her enterprising spirit, spearheading the many projects and business opportunities that kept HSMA and its members preoccupied and viable. Christine likely deserves an event of her own. HSMA has proven that they can keep their heads above water amidst turbulence. Not smooth sailing all the way, but we quote a sage, if you are not failing every now and then, it's a sign you're not doing anything very innovative. Failure is not the worry. Not doing much is. Now, the association has to continue the thrust to revive the hotels and resorts and ultimately tourism. Slowly, travel restrictions are loosening and the agile sales and marketing practitioners must move from the current essential and available markets of BPOs, OFWs, medical and banking frontliners, seafarers, and returning overseas Filipinos to reach the wider but still hesitant customer base who can be enticed to return to the joys of hotel stays and resort visits. Put together your campaigns to remind us that beyond comfort and pampering, hotels can refresh, renew, and rejuvenate. Making memories can strengthen relationships, cement family ties, and promote health and wellness that everyone needs. Build on what has been started in 2020. Being stuck in the lockdown has caused people to dream, to want to escape, to go out. Help us to realize the dreams and make us wake up in our happy place. We are made for tourism because our country is rich in natural treasures. 5 million of our countrymen depend on tourism as their livelihood. Tourism contributed a sizable $9.730 million in 2018. To activate our hotel and travel industry is key to revive Philippine tourism and our beloved country. Mabuhay HSMA! Viva VIRTUS!
Please join me in giving a warm welcome to our Honorable Tourism Secretary, Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat.
Ms. Christine Ann Ibareta, President of HSMA, Ms. Margie Munsayak, Chair of HSMA, Ms. Rose Libongco, HSMA Founding Officer and past President and now Chair of the VIRTUS Awards, Mr. Steven Tan, President of SM Supermalls and the keynote speaker, Attorney Maria Antoinette Velasco Allones, COO of the Tourism Promotions Board, officers and members of HSMA. A wonderful evening to all hotel sales and marketing professionals across the country. This awarding ceremony gives us a high note to end on after an incredibly tumultuous year and the motivation to press on as a new year brings us a new set of challenges. I congratulate tonight's awardees, the Outstanding Sales and Marketing Associate, Manager and Leader, and the Most Outstanding Marketing Campaign. While the pandemic has overshadowed much of this year's events, the accomplishments you achieved before March 2020 deserve to be recognized. The year 2019 was a banner year for Philippine tourism, and even in the first few months of 2020, we were poised to continue breaking records in international arrivals and tourism expenditure. HSMA members contribute immensely to industry growth by developing strategies to attract different markets. And last year, your performance was nothing short of excellent. I would also like to congratulate the VIRTUS Champions of Resilience, awards which recognize the difficulties faced as the pandemic struck and hobbled the entire tourism industry. You rose to the challenge during a period when hotels were at first only allowed to operate with a skeleton workforce, serving as quarantine facilities or accommodations for frontliners and essential workers. As the country continues to relax its restrictions, hotels are now allowed to operate at a full capacity, following strict guidelines for health and safety in a push to encourage domestic tourism and reactivate the entire tourism value chain. The continually evolving situation has empowered HSMA members to develop creative and innovative programs to adapt and remain in business. Your recent promotional sales event that generated some 14 million pesos in booking signifies that there is a demand and pent-up desire to travel and stay in a hotel despite the circumstances. Tonight's awardees show the world that nothing will stop our industry from rising again. May you continue to provide excellent service in sales and marketing in whatever situation will come your way. And finally, I'm also expressing my gratitude to the HSMA for your steadfast support and partnership with the Department of Tourism. I look forward to cooperating on more ventures in 2021, working together to spur recovery in our industry. I wish you more strength and power as your organization continues to grow. Congratulations again to the winners of the 6th VIRTUS Awards. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Let us hear from the Chief Operating Officer of the Tourism Promotions Board, Attorney Maria Antoinette Velasco of Alones.
It is truly a blessing for the Tourism Promotions Board to be your partner in this year's search for VIRTUS Awards honorees, made more extraordinary by our current global pandemic context. The decision and commitment to join you in this endeavor is well aligned with one of our corporate values at TPB, which is the pursuit of excellence. And I personally salute all of you behind this recognition program, and of course, all those who joined us this year's search, as your efforts and participation are concrete manifestations of your persevering spirit through this year's public health and economic challenges, leading us back to a relevant reminder that in your setting, in the hospitality industry, we do not settle for mediocre service. Hindi pwede ang pwede na. Kailangan, batayan ng serbisyo ay pwedeng-pwede. The root word of excellence is Latin, excellere, which means to surpass. In Filipino, to surpass means higitan. Higitan ang anumang bagay na nagawa na natin. To my mind, the VIRTUS Award symbolizes your community spirit of excellence. Not just to exceed what you have accomplished as individuals and teams or organizations, but also for this year, it takes on the added meaning of resilience, which is your timely theme for the VIRTUS Award this year. To persevere, not just for the sake of not giving up, to carry on excellently through our challenges and with one and for one another. Because that is the second element in the word excellence. I have personally seen and felt how you, as a wonderful group of people, have looked out for one another through the past few months. Nakita ko kung paano ninyo hinigit ang bawat isa para lang masiguro na walang sasadsad sa atin sa kawalan ng pag-asa. Tonight's ceremony illuminates even more brightly the gift of hope that you all have shared with one another. The VIRTUS Awards stand tall to hopefully serve as a beacon to guide our path ahead. At this point, please allow me to affirm my appreciation to the Hotel Sales and Marketing Association, your wonderful leaders, your tireless leaders, your president team, and the members of the board of directors for all your tireless commitment to excellence in the hospitality industry, not just through the VIRTUS Awards, but also in guiding and supporting industry stakeholders and responding to individual and our collective challenges. You are all winners in my heart. So, hindi ko maatim na sabihin, congratulations to the winners. Kasi yun nga lahat kayo winners sa aking puso. And so I must say, congratulations to all of you. Yung mga tatanggap ng tropeo at ng citations ngayong gabi, bonus na lang yon. Pero your mere presence your mere being together, your mere support for one another. That truly is what sets the bar higher for all of us in this industry. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay kayong lahat. At Pasko na! Itutuloy natin ang Pasko. Maligayang Pasko sa inyong lahat. God bless.
Our keynote speaker began his career in hospitality management in various hotel properties in Asia before returning to the Philippines to pursue a career in marketing and communications industry. He joined the SM Group in 2004 and led its expansion into luxury with SM Aura Premier in Taguig City and the fashion hall that revitalized SM Megamall. In January of this year, he was appointed as president of SM Supermalls, the country's largest mall chain. With the COVID-19 pandemic impacting businesses, our keynote speaker has steered SM's thousands of MSME partners to bounce back better. Let us get inspired as he shares their strategies in SM Supermalls to step up their game and stand resilient. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to the president of SM Supermalls, Mr. Steven Tan.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Steven Tan, and I lead SM Supermalls business in the Philippines and in China. Thank you for inviting me to speak today. It is an honor and a privilege. The global COVID-19 pandemic has been deeply challenging for every business. Each day is a battle for survival, and planning ahead is a lot more difficult than it used to be. But there is one upside to the situation. The ongoing pandemic has also brought out the best from our organizations. It has challenged us all to adapt fast, be more inventive, and at the same time, be kinder and more empathetic to one another. This has been our story at SM Supermalls so far, and it is a story that I'd like to share with you today. In January of this year, I was appointed as president of SM Supermalls. During our first operations meeting in January 27, I remember telling my team that 2020 would be a momentous year for us because it was both the start of a new year and a new decade. Little did I know then how loaded this statement would be. As we all have seen, 2020 has been a year like no other. Starting with the eruption of Taal, quickly followed by the beginnings of the COVID-19 pandemic, like many of us, I was surprised by how fast events unfolded. When the lockdown was first announced, I remember feeling a roller coaster of emotions. Shock, disappointment, anxiety, defiance, and of course, some fear too. After all, nothing like this had ever happened before, which also meant there was no playbook for what was next. As I started to think about the enormity of the task ahead, aaminin ko, it was daunting at first. Tao din ako. On the third day of the lockdown, our chairman, Mr. Hans C., told us something that stuck with me since. We are in an uncharted territory. We must be united in the spirit of service. Simple words, yet so true. Business exists not only to make money, but also to serve people and the communities they belong to. Amidst the many difficulties of the pandemic, the need to serve is even more urgent. I drew strength from those words and quickly pulled myself together. From then on, I was determined that we would not only survive the lockdown, but bounce back stronger after. As an organization, we decided early on that we would respond, recover, and rebuild better. This is how we would be of service to the greatest number of people and communities. Respond. The first thing we did was take care of all our stakeholders. Our employees were given their full month salaries, and frontliners were given financial assistance. We responded to the lack of public transportation by providing shuttle service vehicles to those who needed to work at the malls. Our tenant partners, all 20,000 of them, were spontaneously given rental relief during the time they were closed for business. We did this to ensure they continue to have the capacity to take care of their own employees. We continue to serve our customers by opening up essential services and shops while adhering to strict government regulations on COVID safety protocols. To support operations of these essential services, we maintained a skeletal workforce in our malls. When ECQ was first extended, we immediately turned our attention to innovating so that we could better serve customers and help tenants to do business. We created SM Supermall's Viber community to help customers find open food tenants in their area. We also created drive-through, personal shopper and delivery service that made it easier for customers to buy essentials from open tenants, while giving our tenants viable alternatives to Grab, Foodpanda, and Lalamove, all of whom had constrained capacity during ECQ. For our communities, we donated over 400 million worth of hospital supplies such as ventilators, testing kits, face masks, shields, and PPEs to over 100 hospitals across the country. We also packed and distributed over 100,000 bags of relief goods to those who needed it most. From quarantine facilities to PPEs, ventilators to food packs, COVID test kits to medical supplies, SM responded the call to donate, give, share. And we prepared to bounce back stronger. We took the opportunity to learn again. We invested more time in coaching each other and learning from our internal DGU learning program and from LinkedIn learning modules. We also took the time to learn from the experience of our SM China team in reopening their malls after COVID-19. This was valuable learning that helped us prepare the eventual reopening of our malls. Recover. Malls were first allowed to start reopening on May 16, when the government announced a modified community quarantine and allowed most, if not all, of our malls to open. We began the difficult process of recovery. To recover means to bring back to health all the sectors who were adversely affected. First of all, displaced Filipino workers, from repatriated overseas Filipinos who were sent home from different parts of the world, to public transport drivers, even magicians, event hosts, and basketball coaches. Our SM Riders program transformed them into personal shopper for those who could not or would not leave their homes. They paid bills, bought medicines and groceries, food supplies, and delivered this on bikes, jeepneys, and even school buses. Our tenants were hesitant to reopen. Aside from rental reliefs, we provided close consultation with our tenants way before our malls reopened and provided them with store reopening toolkits to guide them step by step on how to safely and securely restart their businesses. Since the malls were allowed to reopen, we aim to over-deliver on safety in the mall. This is to help customers feel safe and help restore their confidence to visit our malls. We have constantly communicated all these efforts under the theme of safe malling. As part of safe malling, we also invested in rolling out advanced sanitation technologies in our malls, such as automated hand sanitation machines, UV cleaners, and thermal scanners. To further regain people's confidence in malling, we made it a deliberate strategy to be highly visible in the country's most credible media outlets. We regularly made appearances in news programs, government forums, and public interest shows to make millions of Filipinos nationwide aware about all the work we are doing for customer safety, and to shape positive public perception about visiting our malls. We wanted to welcome the customers back in our usual cheery way and decided that bright, youthful, and easy to read reminders of the new normal was the road to take. The Safe Malling campaign was deployed on social media and all throughout our malls. This was composed of videos, signages, directional arrows that not only inform the public of our new safety protocols, but also create an ambience for the mall that is friendly and inviting despite the intense focus on safety. With seating capacity in restaurants initially limited to 30%, we also wanted to help our food tenants maximize their business. To do this, we repurposed open spaces in malls into themed dining areas. These themed dining areas not only extend F&B tenant seating capacity, they also create a safe and welcoming space for customers to sit down for a meal. With programs like this and everyone in the organization working hard to restart the business, we are seeing signs of improving customer confidence. Mobility data from Google, which uses mobile phone location data to chart people's movement to different types of establishments, shows that visitation to retail and recreation establishments has been steadily recovering in the past few months. This mirrors the steady improvement in foot traffic and customer spending that we have seen in our malls and suggests that the trend of improving visitation should continue in the months ahead. Rebuilding better. 9 months since the start of the pandemic, the Philippines remain in varying states of quarantine. School has not yet resumed. Many offices are still on a work from home mode. Our new reality is going to be with us for a while. Today, we know that rebuilding better in this new reality means rebuilding both on ground and online. On ground, we continue to care for our employees through continuous COVID-19 testing, online health apps, online training sessions, mental health checks, and counseling, as well as COVID-19 safety protocol videos. On ground, we continue to support local entrepreneurs and SMEs. We launched a group-wide initiative called Kasama ng SM to promote our MSMEs, tenants, and suppliers' stories of resilience to highlight how these entrepreneurs cope and pivot to the new normal. We continue to provide rental concessions and discounts to these vulnerable partners, and will be doing Christmas bazaars, food fairs, and pop-up shops to give them additional mileage and visibility. Finally, our malls are also a platform to businesses that serve communities. To help restart the economy, we are using our malls to help support local entrepreneurs and small businesses in the community. With majority of SM Malls tenants actually are SMEs, this is a win-win to the community and the country. On ground, we are supporting farmers whose access to customers was disrupted by the pandemic through the Farmers Produce Caravan, a rolling market where farmers can sell produce at farm-to-table prices directly to communities. This caravan was born out of a partnership between SM Supermalls and the Department of Agriculture and Resto PH, a group of over 200 restaurateurs. On ground, we are promoting inclusive mobility for communities by making our malls bike-friendly. With features like dedicated bike lanes, expanded bike parking, bike repair stations, and a helmet depository, we help community members get around while making our malls more accessible to them. Working from home has surged in the pandemic. But with most Filipino homes small or crowded with people, working from home is not always easy. On ground, we are supporting the community by creating co-working spaces in our malls to give the remote workers of the local community a space where they can be more productive yet still be close to home. On ground, we are also doing our part for happiness and mental health. We created greenways and plant hubs in our malls to give the plantitos and plantitas of the surrounding community a go-to venue. For dog-loving communities, we are rolling out dog parks in our malls. Like the greenways and plant hubs, these dog parks give community members a sense of normalcy amidst the pandemic. Online will obviously be an important part of what's ahead, as the pandemic has accelerated the adoption of digital commerce and payments among Filipinos. That said, the future will not be purely online or offline. It will be a hybrid of both. Rebuilding better means being ready for a world where online and offline are seamlessly working together. For us, this means having omni-channel for customers. We have been fast-tracking the development and evolution of our different omni-channel programs so that the SM Mall experience is available for those still at home, kids, teens, and seniors. They were a big part of SM prior to the pandemic, and we don't want them to be left behind even in our new reality. These omni-channel programs include 1. Curbside pickup service in partnership with Waze. 2. Hashtag 14376 personal shopper service by the SM Store, our anchor tenant. 3. Online delivery for SM Supermarket. 4. Food to Go, a food delivery service for mall tenants. We have also partnered with most, if not all, of the third-party fulfillment apps such as Grab, Lala Food, Food Panda, so that wherever one looks online, SM shops are always an option. On October 15, SM Supermalls officially became a full-fledged e-commerce player with the launch of the beta version of our virtual mall app, SM Malls Online. The app allows customers to shop from stores inside an SM mall, just as they would during an actual visit to the mall, and get their purchases delivered to their homes the very next day. SM Malls Online is now live for Mega Mall with over 150 stores to start with. SM Malls Online will next go live for Mall of Asia and North EDSA later. The COVID-19 pandemic will not go away soon. We have communities around the country who experience surges in cases still. Our beloved teens, kids, and seniors are still homebound. But we continue to forge on and realize that this is the future, that the virus may become endemic, like the flu and other common ailments. The future is not to wait for a vaccine, but to value and promote health and wellness, safety and cleanliness, the well-being and livelihood of all. We have decided to embrace this new reality because what COVID has taught us is that we are all interconnected. When we are asked why we are doing all we are doing for our teams, our customers, tenant partners, and the public, our answer has always been this: we are simply people helping people. We like to think of SM as a family where no one gets left behind. There is no playbook for the future ahead, but one thing we do know for certain is that we all need to come together and help one another. It is how we're doing to move forward from this pandemic and ultimately how we're going to recover and rebuild better. Thank you for having me today and have a pleasant evening to all.
Thank you, Mr. Tan, for being so generous with your time. No doubt, our HSMA family has been enthused with your insightful keynote to innovate, to understand big data, to better tailor products and marketing efforts, and to always hope for the future. We are taking a 3-minute break. When we come back, we will get right into the first set of finalists and the awardees.
Our signature Filipino hospitality with exceptional service awaits your return.
Together
Together with all our associates, this is my
role,
role, my goal.